Hello everyone. Today I'm back with another YouTube policy video. I don't do this very often, but I've done one like a week ago, and now I'm doing another one. So the reason for this is the change of the YouTube policy that has happened very recently. I've seen this today, pretty much, and it really got taken aback by this. It's very critical. So if you don't know what's going on, last week, I think it was like a week ago, I uploaded a video of me talking about a group called the YouTubers Union. Now that was started by a fellow YouTuber called Jörg Sprave from the Slingshot channel. And I'm gonna put a link down to that video in the description. You can check that out. So to the link to my previous video, and I talked in that video about what the group stands for and why I would like for as many of you as possible to join that group, because I really think it can help improve YouTube. And then today I saw this new change in YouTube policy, and my alarms just started going in my head. So if you don't know what it is, you're probably seeing it on the screen. The most let's say controversial part of the new policy, at least for me and for many other channels, that is. As you probably know, and I've talked about this in the previous video, I have a gaming channel, and so I'm not really affected by these crazy policies that YouTube is enforcing, or has been in the past, I would say, year or a bit more, that have been affecting the firearm and just weapon-related channels in general. Or I should say just like controversial channels in general, and by controversial I don't mean anything rude and like crude. I just mean stuff that the leftist, and I'm just using leftist in quotes here, YouTuber or YouTube sort of top management doesn't want to see on their platform. Now it's been getting very much worse as time goes on, and so I'm gonna talk about this latest addition to the crazy stuff that's going on. So you probably read it. It's been on the screen, but I'm gonna read it for you again. The most controversial, as I say, part for me. So it says it's titled "Policies on Content Featuring Firearms." Now I should also say that previously the YouTube policy wasn't really very sort of defined. It was very vague, and everyone could basically just read it however they wanted it. But now it has become very precise, at least in this part. So it says YouTube prohibits certain kinds of content featuring firearms. Specifically, we don't allow content that intends to sell firearms or certain firearms accessories through direct sales, or links to sites that sell these items. These accessories include, but may not be limited to, accessories that enable a firearm to simulate automatic fire or convert a firearm to automatic fire. That means bump stocks, Gatling triggers, drop-in auto sears, conversion kits, and very importantly, high capacity magazines, i.e. magazines or belts carrying more than 30 rounds. And then further, what it says is provides instructions on manufacturing of firearm, ammunition, high-capacity magazine, homemade silencer, suppressor, or certain firearms accessories such as those listed above. This also includes instructions on how to convert a firearm to automatic or simulated automatic firing capabilities. Shows user how to install the above mentioned accessories or modifications. Now, let me just quickly round this up for you. So the first point is that they don't want any videos that that intend to sell, or they promote an entity who tries to sell guns and firearms accessories. So pretty much what they mean by that is if a YouTuber is sponsored by let's say like a gun store, maybe like Hickok45, who is sponsored by Butts Gun Shop, they don't want that, and that's bad. So that's pretty much banned. Also very important, it says something about high capacity magazines, so more than 30 rounds. So every video that has a firearm with a capacity more than 30 rounds is just automatically banned. And then all of the other stuff like bump stocks and stuff like that, all of it banned. They don't want that anymore, and they will just ban it. And then the second point is about providing instructions on manufacturing of firearm, ammunition, high capacity magazine, etc. So basically, this one is problematic because some people do like 80% complete guns, I guess, and it's something that's legal in America. I'm not really sure. I'm not really very familiar with it. But I think they take like an 80% completed gun and they make it fully completed, because that's legal, and they don't need to have like a serial number on it or anything. I think that's how it works. You can correct me on that. I'm not sure, because I don't live in the USA, so you probably know the laws there much better than I do. So that's about that. Also, firearm accessories, that's pretty problematic. So anything that goes on a firearm and you've made yourself, it's banned. Basically, you can't make a video about that. Okay, and then the third one, which is also very vague and therefore quite problematic. It says shows users how to install the above mentioned accessories or modifications. So basically, they could like translate that into just like field stripping a gun and putting it back together, and that would fall into that category, and that would be just an automatic ban again. So overall, terrible stuff. I should also maybe explain why I'm so upset about this. I didn't do this in the previous video, but I think it is okay for me to sort of tell you my background on this. So basically, as I said before, I have a gaming channel, but I have also other interests in life, some of which include firearms. So basically, I'm just a guy from Europe who didn't really know a lot about guns before I started watching YouTube videos. Now, I had a bit of an interest before, but not really seriously, and then at some point I started watching channels like Hickok45 and stuff like that, and I really started to enjoy those videos. I saw how people can enjoy firearms and how they can be responsible with them, and how they're not anything bad. They're just a tool to have fun with, or to use as a tool to do stuff with, I guess, just like a shovel. So it is true that firearms can be dangerous, but if you take a look at any of the good YouTube channels that provide firearm content, such as again Hickok45 just springs to mind, they all promote safety, and they all promote good practices with firearms, and so I think there is absolutely no need for this change of policy. Now, all of those channels have been hit before very badly, as I talked about in the previous video, with just demonetization problems, and now they're just, I guess, they're just getting banned outright. So I really think it's terrible, because if they manage to do this, if they manage to get the big firearms channels off of YouTube, it's gonna be a terrible thing for society. Now, you may say, like, I'm a right winged activist or something like that. In truth, I find where the world is going currently to be a very bad direction. It's going extremely left in political sort of in just politics in general, and I don't think that's a good thing. Firearms are a thing that is getting targeted very heavily in the past few years, and YouTube just follows that, I guess, because of their own agendas, and I don't know, because it's just fashionable, I guess. So it's a very bad sort of age to live in, especially for a gun guy like me. And if they, as I was saying before, if they manage to get these people off of YouTube, these wonderful channels, they will they will get rid of this part of sort of culture and education, and no more young people such as me will be able to receive this information. No more young people will be able to take up an interest in firearms, and unfortunately, as I see it, the world will just descend into this horrific leftist like world, which doesn't have a very bright future. So anyway, I don't really want to get much more political than that. Everyone has their own everyone thinks in their own ways, I guess. I just wanted to bring this to you to tell you what's going on. So also, I'm gonna say to you again to please, if you support the group, join the YouTubers Union. There's a Facebook page. I will post a link down in the description to that page. There's also now a forum for the discussion, and I believe there's also a website. So it's quite diverse. As I'm recording this, I believe in a week, the initiator Jörg Sprave will have a discussion about these topics with I believe the head of monetization, if I'm not wrong, of YouTube. So because the group has more than 10,000 members already, apparently we got noticed, and Jörg is set to meet this guy to talk to him about these types of policies and just monetization weird stuff in general. So anyway, I think that's enough from my side. Please join the group if you have at least a bit of an affinity for a free YouTube where everyone can persuade their own interests. Please join the group. And I think it's very important that even though we're not affected, some of us are not affected, we should all try to support the ones that are affected on YouTube. Even if you are just a casual viewer, if you want to see more free channels with better content, you should really support this effort, and hopefully we will make YouTube better. So anyway, I've been really going for too long now. I just hope that this is not a permanent thing that will stay on YouTube, because if it is, it's just gonna be the end of it. And I hope you liked this video. If you liked it, you can press the like button and subscribe to my channel. You can also click the link in the description to all of this stuff that I said before. You can also join the YouTubers Union, as I said, and I will see you next time.